Is it time to flame TSM, boys? I think it's time to flame TSM. Hold on, let me get a sip of my coffee going. I mean, it is like 4:45 a.m. I just want, dude, I fucking hate this organization so much. Fuck TSM. Let me just TSM. Okay. For people that don't know what happened, they've decided to undergo massive roster changes. So apparently Huni was having issues with his wrist. So due to injury, Huni will be stepping down, which means Sol, their academy top laner, will be moving up. This guy has actually had a decent amount of hype in academy, but the academy team has not been good overall. They've been actually the worst academy team, period. 10th place. Not doing well. There was a period where some of the players had COVID, so you can excuse maybe some of the losses, but overall the team fucking sucks. So they're moving up Sol for Huni. They're benching Tactical because he can't survive for more than 5 seconds in any team fight ever, and they're replacing him with Instinct, who's their academy AD carry, and then support, which was Mia, is getting sent down to academy because he needs to rebuild his confidence, and they're buying Chime from Golden Guardians, putting him into the roster, and we're going to see how that ends up going there. The thing that I have a problem with is not that they're making roster changes. I mean, I kind of do have a problem with the roster changes because I just feel like it's so fucking weird to have a team where, like, Raz put it perfectly. TSM needs to stop this revolving door and set realistic expectations when they bring in developing players. You've had 3 mid laners and now your second AD carry and 4th support in 1 split in 3 weeks. That sums it up, bro. Think about that. They've played 11 weeks with this team. 11 weeks. They're on 4 supports, 2 AD carries, 3 mid laners. And now they're second top laner as well. But the second top laner, I mean, like, you kind of throw that one out because it's due to injury. But overall, it's like, how the is anyone going to actually feel like they can improve? At the base of being on a team is you need to have some trust in your teammates. But if you're constantly like in this state where you are hyper competing, like, you know, your spot is getting taken away at any point, what does that make you do as a player? You're not going to be honest with your flaws with your teammates. You're not going to be like, oh, so these are the things that I'm like bad at. This is what I'm trying to work on. These are things I'm good at. You're just going to try to pretend that you're better than the other guy who's going to take your job in like one day, because you know that it's just a competition between you and him, and you don't even need to care about the good of the team. How can these players be prioritizing the good of the team over their own safety of having a spot in the roster? How can they do that? It's not possible. Let's go through the changes. We'll read this and you'll see which one I have a problem with. Okay, Huni. Due to recurring wrist injuries, he will step down from the starting top lane position. He'll be assisting the coaching staff for the remainder of the split. Huni has been very vocal over the last 2 weeks about his desire to help with pick, ban, and develop Sol. We believe his knowledge and experience will help grow young talent. No problem there. Sol, our new up-and-coming top laner, was promoted earlier than we originally expected, but has shown great ambition to step up to the role. Before he was promoted to fill Huni's shoes, we thought that he was the 7th, 8th best top laner in LCS. Bro, Huni might not even be the 7th, 8th best top laner. That's a high bar to set on your fucking dog shit team. So this is what your fans should expect? Okay, whatever. But during the LCS scrims, his performance has surprisingly exceeded our expectations. We believe that as long as he continues to improve and gain experience, he will become an LCS top 4 top laner in the near future. Solo, he is a veteran player that should add some stability to Academy for the remainder of the split as we look to evaluate our junior academy players. At the same time, we believe that he is very reliable and can step up if our LCS team needs him. If I had to bet, look, I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I would bet that Solo will end up being the starting top laner in like the near future for TSM. I would say about like week 6, Solo will probably be the starting top laner. I'll give Sol 2 weeks and then Solo's going to take his job. That's what I would assume. Anyways, Anda, he is a veteran player that has played on FlyQuest and 100 Thieves, who has shown his proficiency as a shot caller and will provide a level of stability in the jungle for the academy team. Riot has given approval for Anda to play remotely in Canada for the rest of the academy split until his visa is approved. Number one, that sucks because he's just going to be playing on ping. We are in the process of collecting the necessary documents for his visa application so he can play with the team in person for Proving Grounds summer 2022. Hyper. Despite putting in more effort this summer than he did in the last split, he was still unable to meet expectations. All right. This is a hard decision since we like to reward his effort and him taking the necessary steps to improve, but right now we need someone more stable in the position, so we had to let him go when someone more fitting showed up. Tactical will be moving to Academy due to some ongoing performance and personal issues. Instinct has been playing really well with Chime in scrims, and we believe he is our best option at AD carry. We have not ruled out looking to pick up an external AD carry to close out the split if we believe Instinct needs more time to develop. All right, man. Like, I mean, just okay. Like, I'm sure that he's feeling great, dude. This is the type of opportunities in LCS you don't want. You join a broken team, but not only do you join a broken team, you join a broken team that like randomly has high expectations because it's TSM, right? And then like, not only do you join a team with high expectations that is actually bad, you then are being told, but like, we're like looking to replace this guy. So like, if anyone wants to play AD for TSM, like, yo, like hit us up, be in the roster like tomorrow, dude. Like this guy probably is not even ready, but you know, we just don't want tactical intake every single game. Anyways, support. Chime. We will be picking up Chime, a solid support from Golden Guardians. His performance over the break was top notch and gave us confidence in his ability to succeed with Instinct since they have been practicing well together over the last week. Because of this synergy, we decided to use Chime as the LCS starter in week 5. Week 4? Yo, what's happening in week 4, by the way? Is Mia still playing week 4? I actually have no idea. Maybe they just don't even know what week it is, bro. Maybe I don't even know. We also want to thank Golden Guardians for letting Chime go mid-split. Golden Guardians chose to prioritize Chime's future by allowing him to pursue the opportunity for a starting LCS spot at TSM. All right, let's get to the juice here. Shenyi. Unfortunately, Shenyi is becoming a liability to our academy team's development. We originally believed that Shenyi could be our starting support for our LCS team. However, we quickly realized that Mia had a better champion pool and laning skills than Shenyi. Oh, Shenyi's also dog, earning Mia the LCS starting spot. Mia's not even actually the starter now, so it's not even that like when Mia was having issues, we brought Shenyi back. Like, no, we just didn't want Shenyi on our team. It's not that you wanted Mia over Shenyi, you just don't want Shenyi on your team, right? Okay, let's just get that. They're doing this like weird mind game where they try to like make you believe one thing, but then they do things that are completely different than what they actually say, and then you're supposed to like put it all together and be like, oh well, I'm a fucking idiot, so I guess I don't know what the is going on. When Shenyi was moved to the academy team, he became demotivated and did not meet expectations. I wonder why he would be demotivated. This lack of motivation combined with the absence of shot calling stunted the development of the academy team as a whole. It's his fault. Instead of waiting until the end of summer, we thought it would be best to make the necessary changes now so we could properly evaluate our junior academy players going into the offseason. All right, so what are all the problems with this? Because I think a lot of people didn't understand why this was an issue. I mean, TSM fans are obviously just like a different breed. And when they saw this statement, they were like, but I love it, bro. All the fucking transparency. You guys are so fucking transparent. I love this shit. Like, man, I wish that more teams would be this transparent. Like, no, dude, this is not being transparent. This is just classless, and you're throwing your fucking player under the bus. We're gonna do it from Shenyi's side, because I think that a lot of TSM fans struggle with empathy. And clearly the GM or whoever the wrote this struggles with empathy. So, Shenyi, you're scouted from China. You're one of like the first Chinese imports in LCS from LPL. You get scouted presumably for your abilities to shot call and the things that you were good at when you played in LDL and in LPL. They up getting the visas, whether it was their fault or not. The visas get fucked up. You're not even here on time. So the team actually doesn't get to be in North America and start practicing until late. So you get a late start. 2 weeks into the split, 4 games into the split, they already bench you. They bench you because of you, Lockie, and Rel, where they wanted you to pick another champion and your behavior. Okay, like that's one thing. So you grind your ass off. What did Shenyi do? It's not like he lacked motivation immediately. This guy played the most amount of Champions Queue games on the team. Like him and Takeover played more games combined in the first 2 splits of Champions Queue than the other 8 players on the fucking team. The other 8 players on LCS and Academy team. So he grinds the fuck out. He's like, okay, like that was fucked up. I'm gonna fucking grind. You know, I'm gonna put my head down. I'm going to try to become the best player I can be. They bring him back towards the end of the split. The team starts having a little bit more success. Towards the end of the split, they start winning some games with Shenyi. Oh shit. Maybe they're actually gonna be a decent team. Who the fuck knows? So they tell him, oh, you're gonna be the starting support next split. And then what happens? They pick up a D tier Korean, bro. They pick up a Korean that was playing in LAN instead of him. So like before the split even starts, before he's able to even show himself on stage again, when things are actually kind of like looking up, they bench him instantly for somebody who was on Estral Esports. Like, let's be honest, bro. The Koreans that are going to LAN are not the pick of the litter. These are not the top tier Koreans. And the thing that's crazy is that like they weren't even doing that insanely well. Like, I mean, he's playing on a team with B-Voy, so they're playing a double Korean import bot lane, and the team didn't even win LAN. They didn't even win LLA. So he gets replaced by that guy, right? And at that point, you know as a player that you're just never getting the starting spot, right? Like they just want someone over you. Guaranteed. Like they're not going to give you a chance. Like he didn't get 1 game of LCS to split. It is super obvious from his perspective that he's on the outs. So a 19-year-old kid from China gets scouted, gets completely fucked over by the organization. Like, the organization has fucked up so many things. If you just look at the overall trajectory of the team and all the things that have happened, you start realizing it's like, okay, they clearly don't know what they're fucking doing. I mean, just look at Raz's tweet. You don't have 10 roster changes in 11 weeks if things are going well. Like, that's just not, like, that's not what happens. If things are going well, you do not have this many roster changes in the amount of weeks that they've actually been playing. They have barely been playing any fucking league, and they have a roster change. They almost have a roster. They're averaging almost a roster change per week. It's fucking crazy. So you know as a player that you're just never getting the spot, right? It's super obvious. Like, they were taking Yurson over you, who wasn't even good. This guy was fucking stuck in Master, bro. I was seeing him in Domlo. I was on him in solo queue, and then that guy's supposed to be better than Shenyi. Then Shenyi comes back. Oh, you know what? You weren't benched for skill. You were benched for your attitude issues. Now you come back. Oh, well, we actually just think that Mia has a better champion pool and better laning skills. This guy's better in lane, and he has a better champion pool, and he probably has a better attitude than you too. So you have no redeemable qualities, Shenyi. What the yes, of course he's going to lose motivation, bro. He came here to play LCS. He came here with the intention of playing LCS, and from his perspective, they never gave him a fair shot. From my perspective, it never looked like they gave him a fair shot. So imagine from his perspective, when he's putting in all the fucking work and then he's seeing these types of results. How the fuck are you going to take this entire circumstance, the entire fucking gauntlet that you put this guy through, and then at the end just be like, yeah, he's just a liability, bro. I don't know what happened to this guy, bro. He's just a liability. He's hampering our team's development. He's, insubordinate, whatever, and we just don't want him on the team anymore. Like, you are a $400 million organization. You have done so many things wrong, and instead of taking responsibility for all the fuck-ups that you've made, you're throwing it all on a 19-year-old. I guess he's 20 now. I guess his birthday happened, so he's 20 now. You're throwing it on a 19/20-year-old import player that's in a foreign country with massive culture shock that doesn't speak like English enough to actually get around. Like, you know how fucked up this whole situation was for Shenyi, and let's compare that. Let's compare this to even Shenyi's statement, bro. Look at what Shenyi typed. Hi, all. This is Shenyi. It was a great honor for me to meet my teammates and fans at the beginning of the year. Unfortunately, I wasn't being my best for this spring split. I've talked to my teammates a lot, and I believe that I could have done better. As an import, I feel like I should take responsibility without finding excuses because this is my job. I would like to thank my teammates, coaches, and managers for their patience and support. Also, I would like to thank TSM for giving me this opportunity. I apologize for the poor performance, and I sincerely hope TSM will play better this summer. Thank you all, TSM fighting. Misspells fighting, whatever. How is that guy being more amicable than you guys in this situation? Like, you are an organization, bro. You're the ones that are supposed to take the L, but instead you're just trying to like keep whatever fans you have left and give them a focus to blame. It's so fucked up, man. I fucking hate this organization. They are disgusting. They're dog. We don't want them in the league, and the people that work there, like, they deserve these types of fucking results because they don't treat their people well. Listen to people that have been on TSM. Almost no one says good things unless it's like, yo, Wild Turtle, you haven't tweeted in a year, but like Reggie's in some drama. Like, can you say like some good things about like season 3? Those are the only good things you actually hear about from former players about TSM. This organization is so rotten, man, and their actions are pathetic. It's like, dude, it's so low, man. Just fucking take the L. You guys fucked up. Shenyi fucked up too. So then you know what you say? Hey, it didn't work out. We tried to have Shenyi play on our team. It just never seemed to actually fit. We appreciate his efforts, but at the end of the day, we think that this is the better direction for our team. That's all you say. You don't need to be like, yeah, also, like, he's bad in lane. He's got a champion pool. Like, he's the one that's ruining the academy team. Like, oh, he's ruining the academy team. Well, your academy team's been for like four splits in a row. When he wasn't here, your academy team was already ruined. So what the fuck is up with that? You know what I think it is? I think that you guys don't have good infrastructure for your academy team. You don't have a good coach. You don't have good development systems to bring up these players. That's what the fucking issue is. God damn, bro. You know what people told me? They said, hey, they broke the code. They broke the fucking code. The code of LCS is that when you have somebody who's in their career and they dedicate time to play for you, even if things don't work out, unless they're like crazy levels, unless we're hitting like quas levels of like, oh no, this is actually dangerous, you don't try to dunk on their career after they're done for you. Like, so TSM just broke the code. And if I was a fucking player and I saw this, I would not ever go to TSM, no matter what the money was. I would never go to TSM. You only go to TSM now if you think it's going to be the last place you ever play. You have to have that in your mind. If you go to TSM, no matter how good you think you are, no matter what they tell you, the money, the restructuring, everything, if you go to TSM, you have to go there with the mentality of, this is probably the last place I will ever play. Like, they are going to ruin my career, and I need to have enough money made from this contract to be able to last me either the rest of my life or until I find something else to do, because my career is done if I go to TSM. That's what you need to think.